If a doctor lies during his testimony at trial in a medical malpractice case, is he going to lose his license to practice medicine? Do you want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. And the answer most likely is no, the doctor is not going to lose his license to practice medicine. So let's say, for example, you believe your doctor was careless, and you believe your doctor's carelessness caused you significant harm and injury, and you brought a lawsuit seeking money as a form of compensation for all the harms and losses and injuries that you suffered because of the doctor violating the basic standards of medical care. And there's a clear dispute. You believe your doctor was careless. He says, no, I wasn't. So now the jury will have to decide ultimately whether or not you are more likely right than wrong that what you are claiming is true. So now what happens if the doctor is on the witness stand, and while I am questioning the doctor in the form of cross-examination, the doctor lies about a conversation that you had with him? What if during the course of an office visit, you remember in your mind very specifically what he did, what he said, and how he planned on treating you, and now at trial he tells the jury something totally different? He tells the jury that your complaints were totally different than what you remember complaining about. If we are able to show that we are more likely right than wrong, that this doctor lied about that conversation, will he lose his license to practice? The answer is no, he won't. Why is that? It's because this type of lawsuit seeks money as compensation for the harms and losses and injuries that you incurred because of his carelessness. A lawsuit does not try and get the doctor's license revoked. A lawsuit does not take away the doctor's ability to practice medicine. Instead, a lawsuit is an opportunity for the jury to tell us that you are right and to tell us that the doctor is legally responsible for your injuries, and now he has to compensate you. That's what a lawsuit does. If we are able to show that you are more likely right than wrong, that the doctor did in fact lie about a conversation, now the jury will have to take that into account. Let me turn this around a little bit. Let's say, for example, that I'm asking the doctor questions about the standard of care. Doctor, would you agree that the standard of care in this instance, when a patient complains of the following problems, requires that you do A, B, and C? Yes or no? Assuming I can get the doctor to agree that there are certain standards of care for this patient's problem. Now, if the doctor lies about the medicine, if he clearly says something that is totally different and is lying about the standard of care, is it possible to get the doctor's license revoked because he does not have that knowledge, that experience to properly treat patients? The answer most likely is no, it does not. However, there may be the possibility that the doctor's board certification or the doctor's status as a diplomat, the highest level he can achieve as an expert in his field, might be withdrawn if in fact he lied about the medicine. Now, this doesn't really occur with a doctor who is being sued. However, it has been known to occur with medical experts who are hired by one side or the other, who now come into court to testify. If it turns out that one of those experts, those medical experts, lies about the standard of care, lies about treatment, now it is entirely possible that the doctor who is being sued or someone involved in the case can file a complaint, a grievance, with the governing board that governs this doctor's specialty certification. If in fact it turns out that we are able to show that the doctor lied under oath, now it is possible to have the doctor's board certification or his diplomat status revoked so that he no longer is board certified. So that is a possibility. But that typically will happen with a medical expert testifying and lying, as opposed to the doctor whom you have sued arguing that he was careless and caused you injury. So why do I share this interesting information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in these medical malpractice cases here in New York. You know, I understand and I recognize you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit but have not done so yet because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your questions. You know, I answer legal questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.